Alright, let's see how this works. I hope the angle's right again, but let's see what we got in this temple. Alright. Alright, before I go, well, I might as well do it while I can. I was going to walk around it first. I'll do that last. Sometimes I've learned to go ahead and do it while you're thinking about it, because if I might walk around it and by the time I get to the top, somebody says, oh, you can't go up there or something. Once again, these steps, like I've said in some of my previous videos, these aren't meant for normal people, man, because if you're going to go to this much trouble to make this structure like this detailed, you're going to make the steps right. You're going to make them comfortable for you. You're not going to make it, this is for some big person. This is for 8-10 foot tall person, man. I'm telling you, they didn't make the steps like this so you'd have to crawl up, and you can't even, I mean, one step is like all I can do to get up one. They didn't do that because they're 5 foot people. The kings and the people that were involved in this stuff were huge people. It's a fact. Do some of your research. The Aztec kings, the Mayan kings, the Egyptian kings, the Hawaiian kings, all the kings in places around the world that had structures like this were all 8 feet tall and over. It's a fact. You can research it and you can tell how out of shape I am because walking up those steps, I'm out of breath. There's some more steps on this side, so there's 4 sides to this sucker. Before I go inside the front one, we'll go ahead and walk around. And I'm hoping that, you know, the bike is going to get me back in shape. So there's steps on all 4 sides. This one looks way more weathered than the other ones. So I tend to believe this one might have been one that was covered in something else. Like, you know, a lot of times they would make structures out of, you know, brick or concrete and then overlay it with, you know, metal or gold, or metals would be over top of it. Angkor Wat didn't seem like that because every inch was carved, so they wouldn't have covered up the carvings. But this, you see these type of rocks like this, my personal assumption is that this might have been, but it's possibly, maybe not, but this might have been overlaid with something, all this rock. So yeah, the other 3 sides were closed in, but this one has an open door. Wow. Look at the, see how, I mean, this is this detail, but over here it's not. I think that was overlaid with something, but let's see. All right. Wow. So this might have just been a sacrificial, wow, this might have just been a sacrificial site, is what I'm tending to believe now. Yep, this kind of stuff right here, you see this? This is where they would let the blood out. They would sacrifice the animal or human, and the blood would flow out this little stream, either into it or out of it. And I will do some more research on that. I know that's in other cultures' cases. I don't know about this for sure, but I've learned that they're all the same and all similar. So wow, this is probably and this is like brick, so it's a different style of, you know, who knows how old this is, but wow. Wow. Yeah, I bet this was a sacrificial site. Oh wow, okay, we got some writing here. So any of you Sanskrit readers out there, well, let me know what this says. Wow, really nice. And I'm going to go back because I noticed the other 3 doors that you can't go in. These are the same, if you remember from other video, if you watched it, inside Angkor Wat, they had the same things. They'd have a doorway that was closed off. It looked just like this, like the big bank vault door or something, you know. But wow, cool, man. So, oh, there's some, so see, this has got rebar in it. So, you know, who knows how old this is. This could be newer, it could be older. I mean, I don't doubt they used rebar back then. They weren't stupid, so I'm sure they realized metal and iron, but I don't know. That's not. I don't know if that's thousands of years old, that metal, but you know, wow. But yeah, how beautiful and serene back here it was, or is. Nice. And so once again, like I said before, this is so cool because if this was in the United States, you could never come up something like this. They'd have railings, barricades, because it is kind of dangerous, you know, you guys. One slip and you fall down this thing, it's a wrap. So I'm gonna put my water on my little strap. This is another thing, you guys, people have laughed at me about, but this is another very good invention. It's a water holder, you know, when you need your hands. And another thing for anybody that might be coming to Cambodia, this was the best investment I've made. These scarves, you can get these scarves for $3, Riverside or anywhere. They're 100% cotton, a nice quality cotton. It's the best investment I've ever made here. I'm not kidding, because it is. You all heard it's hot as hell here, and it's humid, so you sweat a lot, and this is great. I'm from the South. I mean, I've lived in Hawaii for the last 9 years, and it's hot, but it's not humid at all. But I'm from Georgia, and it's humid, and you sweat there too, and I'm used to it. Actually, Georgia's hotter and more humid than it is here, I think, at times. But anyways, this was a great investment. I'd suggest you get one or two. I've got like 5, but they're great. It's just a great investment because you always will be wiping off sweat, and it's dripping down your face, and it's just great. But anyways, enough of that. Yeah, well, this is telling you. You know, and if I'm wrong about, well, I know for a fact there were giants in those days because the Bible says so, and I believe the Bible. And there's other artifacts of many things I've looked up. You can look up Ancient Aliens, that show. Those guys aren't Christians. I don't know if they believe in God. They believe in aliens, but they still have proved there's artifacts of large people, not just your rare giant guy that was in the circus that was 7 feet tall, or basketball players, but there was people that were big. And I just find it hard to believe that they would have went to this much effort and time and work to make such a structures as these, and the steps not be comfortable and good for them. I just don't believe it. So I think they would have made them fit right. They would have made it comfortable to walk up, not like that. If there's some scientist, archaeologist dude that knows another reason that I don't know why they might have made them like that, you know, maybe they made it so you had to work to get your way up to the top or something. I don't know, but I just think they would have made it more comfortable and easy to walk up. These aren't as bad. These are more like normal steps. But that one, if that was a ceremonial sacrificial site, then only the priests went up there. And like I said before, the priests and kings and those guys were all big guys. They weren't normal. So yeah, that was probably for them. Normal people didn't go up there. You look at the one, the Aztec in South America. The ones, you all heard of those ones where they sacrificed the guy at the top, you know, rip his heart out and then roll his head down the stairs. Same thing. There's huge steps. You can't get up there without crawling up. But I guarantee you the priests and those guys had no problem walking up there because it was for them to do it. So anyway, that's my theories, guys. So yeah. And so now that I'm riding the bike with it on my head, I watch this one back, and maybe it is cooler and better with it on my head, not at the bike at all. Maybe I won't ever put it back on the bike. I don't know. We'll see. But it is fun to catch some of the traffic, though, sometimes from the bike view. You know, I might just do a couple videos just on that, just on traffic, just to show you how fun and dangerous and interesting it is driving through town, maybe. You know, I might do that. Because everybody's seen, you know, there's millions of videos on the markets and all that, which they're cool. But, you know, they're all the same. They're all identical, pretty much, you know. But here's another thing. Who knows? Normal or more normal steps, too. Interesting. So this might have been something different. Wow, look at that wall right there. We'll go see that in a second. I'm going to go ahead. Before I go into that bigger temple, whatever that is over there, we're going to check out the outskirts here. Hello. I need to stop saying hello and work on my Khmer. Okay, you got another little thing here. And I just kind of found this. I don't know what, I'm sure, I know there's names and all for it. I don't know what these are, what the name of this particular site is, but man, I know you guys are sick of hearing about the bike, man, but I'm so happy with this. So awesome. So, it's just so, I can't imagine, it wouldn't have ever worked with a city bike. This is great. The tires really come in handy. Wow, that's beautiful over there. I'd love to take a dip in that actually, but it's not, it's kind of clean looking. Let's see, oh, got two people over here. Let's see what this temple is. And see, yeah, the stairs are normal, and so yeah, that was definitely, I bet, a priest. That the first one I went to was a priest sacrifice ceremonial site. Yep, see the old scarf. Wipe off the dripping Niagara Falls sweat. But it's all good, man. It's really not that bad. It's not that uncomfortable. It's just, you're just sweat. It's not like it's so hot I can't stand it or something. I'm used to it. Wow, another little pointy. Well, this looks like a ceremonial. This is definitely, from my knowledge of history, I've studied a lot of occult things in my life. So yeah, this was definitely another ceremonial site. For something. Probably sacrifices. Definitely looks like a sacrificial altar.